Okay, good evening once again. I hope you can see my screen now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I can see your screen.
All right, thank you. Uh, Thank you for joining once again. Can anyone hear me? I don't.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, thank you. So welcome to uh, today's webinar on internship 101, and it's a privilege to be here as a speaker. And I would like to appreciate Mr. Adebayo Emmanuel for the opportunity to be here. I would also like to appreciate our moderators for the constant reminder. Moving forward, I would also like to appreciate everyone taking their time to be here tonight for this session. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, without further delay our time, because time is not on our side. The topic before me this evening is internship 101, what you need to know before applying. And I will be explaining in details what you need to know before applying for internship, and after getting the internship, how to maximize it, and even after you are done with your internship, how can you still stay relevant. So all these are what we'll be looking at in tonight's meeting. Moving forward, I would like to start from what an internship is. What is an internship? We say we are going for internship. I want to go for internship. What is an internship? From what I have here, internship can be defined as a temporary structured work experience. From this word, the, it shows the reason why we are going for internship. The main reason we are going for internship is to gain relevant work experience for students or recent graduates to gain practical skill and explore a career field. What does this mean? It's just simply telling us that going for internship, what you are expected to do is you are going there to go and bridge the gap between academic and real world application. You are going there to go and learn the practical application of what you've been taught in school or what you've been learning, because internship is not only limited to the school. Like as a student, take futa for an example, when you get to 400 level, you will be going for internship in any company related to your field of study. So it's not only limited to that. In some cases, you can even try to gain internship in your for personal development. Maybe I'm a web developer. I can decide to apply for an internship to boost my career. Like it can be paid or unpaid, we still get there. So I can decide to apply for internship. It's not only through school you can go for internship. So internship in simple definition is just a temporary structured work experience. Like you are going there to gain experience, to further gain experience in your field of study, in what you've been doing. Yeah, so moving forward, I would like to talk on why internship really matters. Like why are we going for internship? Why do you need internship? What I have here, why should you care about internship? The first point here is you are going to bridge between classroom learning and real world practice. Just like I said, going to industry, if you know what you are doing, imagine now, I personally am a student of applied geology, just like the moderator introduced. And what geology is all about is to explore and exploit subsurface resources, be it water, mineral resources like gold, silver, diamond, and even oil and gas. And I was opportune to uh, did my internship in oil and gas firm. So I was able to like know the practical application of what I've been taught in class. So this is how it is. Imagine, I remember in 400 level, there was a course I did on petroleum geology. So they taught us how to interpret log, but then I can't really make any sense of it, because what's this? Like imagine giving you a paper and tell you to be shading it, but when I get to industry, I get to know the real world application of this log. Like without log, you can't characterize your reservoir. You can't know the amount of hydrocarbon you have in reserve. So moving forward, it help you discover career interest early. Yes, when you are going to industry, like I said, I did my internship in oil and gas, but in oil and gas you still have different sectors. So we have upstream, we have midstream, we have downstream. Now in upstream we have exploration, we have drilling, we have project management, we have different sectors. I did my internship at NAPL, specifically at the geosciences department. Here we still have different sectors. We have petrophysics, we have seismic interpretation, we have field geologists, stratigrapher, and lot of careers. But I was able to like discover what really intrigued me in all this. So through internship, I get to know that what I really have interest in, the reason why I'm studying geology, I want to become a reservoir geologist, reservoir geoscientist. Like I want to know how to characterize reservoir. I want to know how to like make informed decision using data set acquired on field. So all this and others, you get to like discover your career interest, not only geologist. Imagine you as an engineering student, you are going to industry, maybe a manufacturing industry. Let's take for instance a mechanical engineer. There was a time I was on field and I was supposed to be with engineers. Like I was intrigued with what they are doing, the way they are fixing. Imagine we were being taught in class that okay, we have different type of fixing. The way you fix pump, the bolt, the nut, and everything. Imagine you get access to industry and get to know that aside that there are still some career interest like career path in your course of study. So through internship, you'll be getting all this. The next point is you'll be able to build practical skills as employers actually want. What am I trying to say uh, in this? Like just like I said, while going for my internship, I have what I want to learn. Like going to NNPC, this is what I want to achieve, and to God be the glory. I was able to achieve 95% of my goal. Yeah, so like it allowed me to build practical skills in my desire area. Like I'm going there that okay, I want to, because what interested me in geology is reservoir geoscientist, like how to characterize your reservoir. Because without characterizing your reservoir, practically you can't do anything. You can't take rig to drilling site that you want to drill for oil without characterizing your reservoir. So all this I was able to gain practical skills, how to use software, how to interpret everything, how to come up with summary of your data, how to present to stakeholders that this is what we are going to do, this is how we are. Imagine this, imagine you gain this kind of experience just by internship. So this is one of the important, like the reason why internship really matters. And also you will be able to improve your employability after graduation. Take for instance, I said I focus on reservoir geoscientist. So I was able to like limit my course of study to reservoir geoscience. That okay, what really interested me is reservoir geoscience. So going outside the university world, that okay, I want to seek employment. I know that what I'm going to be targeting is roles in subsurface interpretation. So seeking roles in subsurface interpretation, presenting my what's it called, presenting my experience, what I gained. Okay, I can use industry standard software to interpret log, to create subsurface map, to do this, and to make informed decisions on what is inside our reservoir. So all these things you'll be able to like boost your employability after you graduate. Also you'll be able to create professional network and as well references. For instance now, while I was still at my place of internship, I was supposed to attend a series of conferences free of charge, SPE, some NAPE conferences, like conferences that if I should attend it on my own, I'm going to be spending thousands of naira. Like I was able to attend it. And attending conference automatically means that I'm going to connect. For instance, there's this man that I've been hiring on LinkedIn. I've been following him up and down. His name is Dr. Chukwuemeke. Uh, is one of the boss at Platform Petroleum in Lagos, and is also lecturing at Petroleum Engineering Department in University of Lagos. While I was still at my place of internship, there was a particular uh, workshop that held in Benin, and all the expenses it was paid by the company. So my, like, I have no cover in the expenses. I was able to meet this man, take picture with him, interact with him, even get his contact and get closer to him. Imagine this kind of opportunity. So all this, not limited to this, but not to waste much of our time, these are what I summarize outside as why internship really matters. Like going for internship, why do you need to go for an internship? Thank you. Moving to the next page. Like I said, we have different types of internship, and here I have common types of internship. Number one, we have industrial and corporate internship. When they say industrial and corporate internship, these are the type you are going to do if you are a student. Just like I said, as a futarian, when you get to 400 level in some school, when you get to 300 level, schools like Atifas University in Owo, you will be going for internship both in 200 level and 300 level. In 200 level, you will be doing 3 months, and 300 level, you will be doing 3 months as well before you now graduate in 400 level. So all these are type of industrial and corporate internship. Like you are going to a corporate world for the first time. For instance, I personally, I have my personality, the way I dress, like the way I portray myself. But because I was going for corporate internship, then like I have to change my lifestyle, blend into corporate world, like how they relate, how they dress, how they talk, the etiquette and everything. So that's the first type of internship. You also have research internship. If you are versatile on LinkedIn, you are going to be see some uh, open roles for research internship. These are not really like you are going to get experience how to use software, though you are still going to get how to use software, because to carry out research you need some basic software. For instance, now you are going to be using software like Microsoft Excel. There is no way you will carry out research without analyze your data. So this is one type of internship. Then we have academic laboratory internship. This is also kind of internship in which, for instance, now if you are willing to travel abroad after your undergraduate degree, let's say you are willing to travel abroad to go and do if you are going for master scholarship, there are different ways to secure this. We have graduate assistantship and also teaching assistantship. For graduate assistantship, you are going to be assisting your professor or your direct supervisor in the lab in taking students how to work in laboratory, how to use machine and some other apparatus. Now imagine you as a student, before you graduate you already have maybe one of the lab, it can even be the lab in your school. For instance, now in my department applied geology, we have a petrology lab as well, we have engineering lab. While I was still in 400 level for semester, there was a day we did a particular experience on soil test. Like you want to build house, how to test the soil to know the kind of structure that can stay on top of that kind of soil. It's still work of geoscientists. So like imagine gaining that type of experience, and I'm traveling abroad to go and study, like, and I want to enter as a graduate assistantship. I want to be assistant professor in lab. I already have an edge because, and let's say the professor deals with engineering, geology and geotechnics. Now imagine in my SOP I included it that I have laboratory experience on how to do load test, pi test and everything. So it will still uh boost my applications. Like I'll be able to like narrow my SOP down to what the professor is doing, and I will have result to show for it because of course I have something to show for it. I have it well documented and everything. We also have two type of internship. It can either be remote or on-site internship. There are some internship. Remote internship is commonly for if you are doing all this type of, like I said at the beginning of my discussion, like imagine you as a graphic designer or as a web developer, you can decided to like partake in an internship opportunity in which you are going to be working. It can maybe the company you are even working with is not in Nigeria, maybe a Canadian or an American company. Then you will be in Nigeria working for them. Then you'll be learning, they'll be sending you tasks, they'll be tracking your progress. Then we also have on-site internship. These are the one in which you are going to be going for internship. We even have hybrid. Let's say maybe 3 days in, 3 days at home. So we also have paid versus unpaid internship. So for paid internship, just like the name implies, you are going to be receiving payment. Then from unpaid, you are just going to be getting experience, no payment attached. Then it can be short term or long term internship. We have some, like, I was supposed to discuss with someone at a conferences. I connected with that lady on LinkedIn like 2 years ago. When I met this woman at conference, so this woman told me that all what he has been doing at that particular company that I know her of has been internship for the past 3 years. So that's an example of long-term internship. And this woman even made it known to me that they are not paying her, like he's just using it, spending the time he will be able to secure experience. So it can even be short time. Short time is more of like the one we are doing in school, maybe 3 months, 6 month internship. But what I want you to know is that no experience is a waste. Everything counts, whether paid, remote, research, academic, industrial, any type of internship it counts. So I want you to know that. Moving on to the next, I would like to discuss on when should you apply, like when should you start to be applying for internship. So best time to start applying, I would like to tell you that there is no best time. Even as an 100 level, 200 level student, you can start applying for internship. Like I said, you don't need to even leave your room to be doing internship. Do you get, like, you can be in your room and be interning with maybe a company in Abuja, like as a geoscientist. While I was still in 200, in 300 level, I was supposed to intern with one company. They are not doing anything related to geology. I intern with them as Python, junior Python developer or something like that. So they used to give me data set every week. I will analyze it. I will submit to my direct supervisor. And it's part of the experience of my CV now. My that kind of thing. I gained the experience while I was in 300 level before even getting to 400 level, which is internship class. So you can start applying for internship as early as possible. At 100 level, you as 100 level student, maybe you are studying computer science, you can apply for internship as maybe a front-end developer, how to write HTML, CSS, like different kind of experience. Even you as an agriculturist, maybe a forestry student, you can try to learn GIS, then apply for an internship on how to use GIS to work on land coverage, land use, track tree growth, development and everything. Like, you can build internship in any role. So like I said, you don't need to wait until you have CWES or IT. You don't need to wait. Just like I said now, I did not wait at all before I even get to 400 level. I started applying as when I was in 200 level. In 200 level, I did internship maybe 2 months with one company. So I don't want to disclose that on this call. Yeah, so like I said, you can even apply during long vacations and break. This is one of the regret I have up to now. Do you know that you as a geoscientist, you can even apply for internship during your long vacation. Let's say you are in Akure now. We have, let's say we don't even have oil and gas company in Akure. We have different hydro geotechnics company. You can we have one at Okearu in Akure here. You can decide to apply for it maybe during weekend. You be coming or during your long vacation. Let's say that 1 week on that 2 week to 1 month, you can go there, gain experience. You can gain, even if it is how to interpret geophysical data, it will be part of your CP. And the most important part of these things, you can even get recommendation for from all these people that okay, well, this also person, he interned while he was in 200 level and he did so well. I would like to recommend him. He gained experience in this so. And I also want you to know that opportunities are available year round, like whether in January, February to December. Anytime you wake up that you want to start applying for internship, you have the opportunity open. You have the opportunity available. Thousands of them, countless of them, you have them available. Moving on to the next. Now I would like to discuss on where to find internship. Like, where can you find all this internship opportunity we are talking about? Where do internship opportunity come from? The first place you can get internship opportunity is company website. While I was looking for internship then, I stay glued to all this company internship because while I was in 300 level, I know that I have interest in subsurface interpretation and reservoir characterization. And I know that to gain experience in this field, I have to go to oil and gas. So to do this, I listed out the list of oil and gas companies that are offering service that resonate with my field of interest. So that are into exploration. So there are some oil and gas company, exploration and production. We have some oil servicing company. I listed them out. I started tracking their company. At midnight, I track their company. If there is any update on internship, if there is no any update, I move on to the next. Then LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very important. How I hope I can share the screen to show you my LinkedIn profile. Like this LinkedIn is very very important. Even I can say that I get my internship through LinkedIn partially. So because this LinkedIn of a thing, it's not like Facebook, Twitter where you will be seeing influencer posting on related this thing. On LinkedIn, it's strictly business. You are going to see job opportunity, post networking. This is what LinkedIn is basically for. It's not only LinkedIn. There are some people that leverage Twitter, but I personally I prefer LinkedIn. Why? You have job section on LinkedIn. So this job section now, you'll be able to like know the job listed by the company, and you will be able to see how to apply, the requirement, the everything without leaving LinkedIn. And another thing is you'll be able to like connect with people that can help you. I secure my first internship November 2024, and it was through LinkedIn. I just made a post and the man reached out to me that he's working with one oil servicing company in Port Harcourt, and he has been following me. He see me as a potential this thing in the industry. He love my vibe, my energy and everything. And if I don't mind, he would like to offer me internship in their company at Port Harcourt. I accepted it, but the reason why I not later go there is because I later found better like alternative. So imagine this kind of opportunity. If you are glued to LinkedIn, instead of wasting time on Instagram without having something you are doing, stay glued to your LinkedIn, optimize it. Because if you don't optimize your LinkedIn, I can tell you that per day, I used to have minimum of 5 people visited my LinkedIn profile. And what are they looking for? I don't know. Sometimes I will see industry leaders, maybe they are looking for something, and my profile came up. So they will just click it, they will check out. Sometimes they will engage with my post. Sometimes they will even connect with me. Those people that even if I send them connection on a normal day, they won't have time to accept my connection request. These people, they will send connection request to me, and I will accept it. I will have the opportunity to chat with them, take it further from there. So LinkedIn is one of the powerful websites, social media space you can leverage on to secure internship. Another thing is university career office and notice board. The reason why I put this is you don't need to go to industry to secure internship. In Futa now, we have a lab called Smart Lab. What they are doing there, they are into analysis, serial coding development, all this MATLAB simulation and all this stuff. Like it's still within university. You don't need to step outside. You have CESRA in Futa. If you are a remote sensing student, FWT, EWM, like some courses like that, that you can even take your internship in Futa. In CESRA now, in fact what they are doing there, I was impressed. Last year there was a guy that did internship there. The guy was able to learn how to use GIS to do different type of thing. So imagine this kind of opportunity now. Like you don't need to step out of the university world to even secure internship, and you need to be paying attention on the notice board. I know most of us we don't look at this, but there's nowhere I get to. If I enter my faculty today, at the reception, where I will check first is the notice board. I will check if there is any relevant information resonate with me. Who knows, maybe you can even see an opportunity that you will contact. Another thing is, okay, yeah, CESRA is a lab. I don't know, maybe it's a lab, but I know they are doing excellently well there. Like they are doing exceptionally well at CESRA. So if you are a remote sensing student or some agricultural course, you can consider this. So some professional bodies like SP, NSC, NAPE, you can secure internship through all these places too. If you are active member of all these societies, it's not limited to this. I don't know if you are from UI, OAU. I have a friend in geology department at OAU. Some of them they gain internship through all this professional body. Even I was supposed to meet a guy at Benin where I did my internship. It's not the same place. The guy is doing internship in one oil servicing company from University of Ibadan, petroleum engineering student. This guy let me know that he's part of the ESCO of SP, and was able to gain internship through SP. One of the alumni is working with the company. One of the alumni is working with the company, and through SP, he was able to secure internship. I personally, I also have a related experience. I don't want to use much time. I don't know if I should tell this story or I should just proceed. So if moderator said I should go on with the story, maybe I will tell the story, but if not, I will just move on. Yeah, so you can also get internship through referral from lecturers, seniors, and mentors. On this now, why I was looking for internship, I would like to appreciate my HOD and my exam officer. They are not here, but I still like to acknowledge their effort in my exploration for internship. Then when it get to an extent, I was writing mail to company, sending WhatsApp message. I was not receiving any response. I had to reach out to my HOD that, sir, it has getting to an extent. I have not secured internship, and internship will be starting in a month time. My HOD put on call to his colleague in industry. I insisted that I want to intern with oil and gas. This man tried for me. Sometimes during midnight, I will wake the man up. The man will write recommendation letter for me, including my exam officer too. This man will fill my application letters, my mail before sending it. Mine is kind of privilege. So this to tell you that to secure internship, you still have to as well get closer to your lecturers and have mentors. For mentors, there are some people on LinkedIn that I connected to all the time I was looking for internship. They are not even a Futeran. OAU, Abusaria, BUK. I have a mentor in all these schools. If I should enter LinkedIn now, the way I secure this mentor, let me briefly talk about it. Maybe you can also use the same mentor method. When you get to LinkedIn and you search for a particular company, maybe from your findings, you'll be able to know that, okay, well, this particular company resonates with my field of interest. Then you search for the company on LinkedIn. You see it under the company. You'll be seeing something like people. So under section people, if you click on it, you'll be able to see CEO, different people working on the company that have it updated on their LinkedIn profile, that have the company updated on their LinkedIn profile. Maybe they served there before or they are still serving there. Then if you scroll upward, you'll be able to see some some people. You will be able to see their role, maybe interns. So these people are the people that I focus on all this time. Okay, these people are who I focus on all this time. Because why? Because they are the people that I can easily get closer to. All other people, they might be too busy to respond to my message and co. Then another way you can seek internship is by emailing the company by cold email. So there are ways to this, but time won't permit me to go deeper into this because I was notified that I should round up. I should be rounding up by now. Then this is a very keen aspect of internship application. What do you need before applying for internship? How to get yourself ready before applying for internship? The first thing is you need a clean, well-structured CP. Why? Because your CP is your virtual self. Where you are not present, your CP will be representing you. You have to make it well-structured. You have to make sure you have a simple cover letter tailored to the role and the company specifically. You have to make sure that you have your academic record. You have to make sure that your IT letter is ready. That's if you are going for educational internship, maybe from school, like that one we are going for in FUTA. So you need to make sure you have your IT letter. Then you need to make sure you have a well optimized social media account like LinkedIn. You have to make sure you have some basic technical skills related to the role you are applying for to show them that they are not building you from scratch. You have something you are bringing to the industry, and you have to show willingness to learn. You have to show willingness to learn. It's very important. Then these are just some simple tips on how to go about your CP. So you have to highlight your skills, include leadership, use clear formatting. You don't need long paragraph. Uh, you don't need to add the relevant experience. What doesn't relate to the industry you are going to? Then you don't need to lie or exaggerate because they can ask you questions based on your CP. And if you can't answer the question, that's a red. that's a red flag already. So you don't need to lie or exaggerate. Then moving towards the end, these are just simple tips and tricks to stand out. So the first one is to personalize your application. You don't need to sound like everyone else. You have to like stand out in your application, how you write it. So you don't need to use AI. Be real in what you are doing. Then you have to show genuine interest in the company, that yes, this company is the best for you. Because as part of interview, they are going to be asking you that why they are company. So you have to show genuine interest, that the reason why you select the company. Then you have to build skills before applying. Just like I said, as a geoscientist, you can build skill in petre, techlog, arcgis, rockwork, some software if you are engineering, matlab, some other simulation software. So then you have to network, because your network is your net worth. Just like I said now, that I secure my first internship through LinkedIn. So you have to network, attend conferences, meet people that can be of help to your life. Then you have to be professional in your communication. Watch your tone, the way you communicate with people. So it's very very important. This is one of the reasons why you are not getting response when you write to people on LinkedIn, on social media handles, because they will read it, they will still ignore you, because you are not professional in the way you are communicating with them. So there's a way to go about this. Time won't permit me to go deeper into this as well. Moving forward, during internship, how to make it count. So you have to be punctual and reliable. You have to show a reliability, that you are a reliable person. They can trust you with their data set, because they can't trust you, they won't release data set for you to practice. So it is only when you are punctual and reliable they can say, okay, you sef take this responsibility, do this, do that. Also you have to ask questions and seek feedback. When you work, seek feedback from your supervisor. This is what I did, uh, what can you say about this, I would like to seek correction. Then take initiative, don't wait to be told. During your free period, don't be like other interns. Pick up your laptop, do something, read on some thing you would like to learn. If you read on it, it will be much more easier to preach it to your supervisor, that sir, I would like to learn more about this, this is what I've known, this is what I've studied on this. Then you have to document what you learn. If you go to my LinkedIn profile, I have like about 30% of my internship journey documented there. So it's also a good way, because after the internship they will be there for you to be visiting on, and for you to leverage on after you graduate. Then you have to think before you act. Before you do anything, you have to think. I actually plan to share an experience here, but because because of time I won't be able to do that. Maybe if you have personal interaction, one-on-one interaction, you can always come and I will elaborate on this. Then you have to build relationship in your company. You don't just have to be there, learn and come back, because you will still be needing their help. We have some people that when they are traveling abroad to study, who like they have to reach out to the company where they did their internship, because they've worked with their supervisor, the manager of the department before, to write a recommendation letter for them. Imagine you not build relationship, you are just going to office, you will sit down, you will work, go back home. How will you be able to reach out to these people to write recommendation letter for you? So relationship building is very very important. Then my personal experience, I won't be able to share this because of time. So the way I got my internship, uh, what I would like to say here is that don't say that, don't limit yourself that because you don't know anyone you can't enter shell, you can't enter nnpc, you can't enter chevron. Don't limit yourself that, like there are so most of these internship they are based on merit. Though if you know people it will still be of advantage, but if you still don't know people, if you are on merit and you know what you are doing, there are way to this thing, you will get it. I got my internship based on merit without really knowing anybody. So then the challenge I faced, there are a lot of challenges. Maybe if time permitted us, I or maybe some other days, if you have opportunity to interact, I'll be sharing the skills I gain. I gain different skills, interpersonal skills. I'm kind of person that I don't like relating with people. I don't like talking, but they force me because I have to present what I learn. I have to relate with people. I have to learn from people. So I gain a lot of skills. I learn a lot, both academic, personal development. I get to learn a lot. So if you are going for internship, prepare yourself. You are going to learn a whole lot. And what I wish I knew earlier, what I wish I knew earlier is, I wish I have started earlier. Just like I said, if you are in 100 level and 200 level, start building experience now. It's very very important. I remember one of the interview I had with one of the company. They asked me relevant experience I have, and I don't have any relevant experience. Imagine maybe previously I had experience with one company, be it Petra, on site, paid or unpaid, I would have stated it that okay o, I have relevant experience in this so 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 field. So what I wish I had known earlier is I suppose to have started earlier. Like I was supposed to have gained some other experience before the actual internship level. Then the key takeaway, for the key takeaway, I will advise you to start very very early. It's very important. Start very very early. 100 level is not too early, 200 level is not too early, 300 level is not too late, and if you are in 400 level as well, it's not too late. Start right now, start tonight. Even if it is as simple as going online, look for company, document them in an Excel spreadsheet, looking for their email address. It is something. Start tonight. Then be intentional. Be intentional about what you are doing. If you are not showing intentionality, no company will offer you internship. Also prepare more than you apply, because question can come where you did not even expect. You have to prepare more than you apply. There are sometimes that you even be eyeing some company, maybe I want to go into oil and gas, then you will finally end up in mining and exploration. Now imagine your preparation was limited to oil and gas. How will you be able to like cope with this? So you have to prepare more than you apply. Then also learning continue, learning never end, continue learning. And also like I stated earlier, every experience count, like every experience, everything count. No experience is a waste. So at this point I will like to take question and answer, because time is not on our side. This is past 9 already. So thank you so much. I would like to hand over the microphone uh, to my moderator. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir, Mr. Lukman Rahim. Wow, what what an awesome session. That was truly insightful. Thank you so much. We are grateful. You see, I was not joking earlier when I was saying that there's still so much to cover and it can't be done in just one session. So, guys, this is just the beginning and we have a lot more coming your way. Trust us. About this man, when I heard that he applied for over 300 plus internship, and then the fact that it's normal, no connection, nothing, I was wondering, I was surprised, but it's now made sense when he said he started as far back as 200 level, imagine. And he still said he wish he had started earlier. I mean, wow. Thank you so much that we are grateful. And also, you also said we should make use of our social media handles. That's what gave him an edge. It's not just for decoration, it's not just to watch reels. I mean, it can be used to get opportunities. We are grateful, sir. Thank you so much for the session. So moving on, we are introducing our second speaker. So we will take, like I said earlier, that we will take the question and answer actually after the speaking session. So we'll take everything together. We want to call on our second speaker in person of, it's who we all know, my guy, our guy, your guy, in person of Mr. Adegoyola Abejoye, popularly and politically known as Sam Me. So let me quickly read his bio so that for many of us that don't know him. So yeah, Mr. Adegorola Abejoye Sami is a student engineer in civil and environmental engineering rather, transportation and structure, and a politician, activist, creative, and social impact advocate. He has served as Assistant General Secretary of NOESA, two-time barrister, representative at the Student Representative Council, and Campus Monitoring Committee, Ondo State. a nationally recognized leader, multiple awards, including Best Student Junior President in Nigeria, and is guided by integrity, transparency, and discipline service. Please let's make some noise as we welcome Mr. Adebola. We are not welcome. Let's welcome him, please.
All right. Thank you so much. Please confirm if you could hear me.
You are very good, sir.
Please confirm if you could hear me, please.
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Yes, I
We
can
can
hear
we
you.
can hear you.
All right.
We can hear you.
Thank you so much for the honor. I don't know where you got that citation, but let me guess, AI gave you. And I'm not a politician. I'm just a student leader. Away from that, I want to start on an appreciation note by commending the efforts of the organizers and the moderator. I want to say a very big thank you for giving me a platform to speak with my colleagues. And I must, in all sincerity and honesty, commend and give kudos to the first speaker, Mr. Lukman. You have done absolute justice to the topic. And yes, it's as if you have my own scripts. And yes, you have exhausted the content of my own script already. So I want to say, I want to give you your kudos, I want to give you your flowers, and I must in sincerity commend your brilliant approach of explaining in details the content of the topic. As said, my name is Adegoriola Bidre, and she introduced me as a student from the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, 500 level footer. And my interest lies majorly in transportation and highway. That's construction of roads, bridges, and yes, every other thing connected to roads. That is where my interest lies majorly. Internship 101 is the topic. Like I said the other time, the first speaker has done absolute justice to the topic. He has explained everything that surrounds the topic already. And all I'm going to do here is just buttress his stance. And I believe in 5 minutes, I should be able to do that perfectly, all things being equal. About 2 years ago, Akombi Sage was in 400 level agricultural engineering department. And it was time for him to go on IT. He was an honorable in the FUTA SRC, and through that, he was able to build quality networks and connections. When it was time for him to go on IT, he got a placement at Mikano, the almighty Mikano Autos, and he did his internship there. Years after, he started his youth service, that's NYC, and he returned back to Mikano Autos without stress. This has just explained the role of good character in your IT placement, as mentioned by the first speaker. Now, the topic I was told to speak on is Internship 101. And please, moderator, please, can you help display the flyer? I don't have a slide like the first speaker. The first speaker prepared the slide. I don't have a slide. So I'll just have to read out, I'll just have to spell out my own from wherever it is coming from. Moderator, please. Okay, thank you.
All right,
Internship
sir.
101. And the subtopic here is what you need to know before applying. Before applying. Now, this refers to the pre-application period. pre-application period before you apply for internship, the basic things you need to know. Now, as for someone like me, I do not see internship. He has explained the content of internship, even he explained the types of internship. Internship is no longer optional. They are not even extra. Internship is a requirement. It is compulsory. Like he mentioned the other time, he mentioned that internship, the major essence of internship is to, one, bridge the gap between um, the classroom, the abstract knowledge gained in the classrooms, and the real life experiences, the application of those knowledge. Yes. So the role of internship is to give you work experience, practical experiences. Internship matters a lot. He has mentioned that, and it matters because it gives us exposure to real life work environments, industry connections, which was where I focused on while I was on IT. The industry connections and exposure to real life work environments. Away from that, the practical skills which you cannot learn in the classrooms, and sometimes your first job offer. Obviously, after this internship, after his internship, I mean, after his NYC, I mean, the person I mentioned earlier, the little story that I told you, the short story, after his NYC, it is quite sure that he's going to return back to Meccano to get his first job offer. And that was because he already has a soft grant at Meccano Autos. He already has a soft grant at Meccano Autos. Now, how to find internship opportunities? Mr. Nadim has explained that already. And the best way to get a soft landing when looking for internship opportunities is to start as early as possible. Myself, my major target at first was this best construction company, Julius Berger. But after I made research on the internet, I started early. I started as early as 200 level. I met with my senior colleagues, my senior colleagues who had their internship or the IT at Julius Berger, although through connections. But when they told me about the pay, I had to withdraw my interest a bit. Apart from the experience, like I told you, the industry connection is also another priority for me, and the pay is another priority as well. Whichever one you want to make your own priority, it is a matter of choice. However, the work experience should be a constant priority. So, ways in which you can find internship. You mentioned that you should be intentional when using the internet. That is a very good tool for you. The internet bridge, um, the internet bridges distance barrier already. You can connect with someone in London in very far distance through the internet. I am not a fan of the LinkedIn, but it's worked for so many of my colleagues. It worked a lot for so many of my colleagues. All I used while I was looking for internship was the internet. I mean the search engines. I search for the Gmail address of the companies, and I sent them detailed mails I sent them detailed mails. So where I did my own was at Cranborg. Cranborg is the second, is arguably the second best construction company in Nigeria, although it has a competitor already, which is high tech. I think Cranborg constructed majority of the roads of the quality roads in Lagos. Use the company website. I mentioned LinkedIn, the company website, and that you can easily get that one through um, the search engines, like I mentioned the other time. Then two, the two that I mentioned, they are under the use of internet, the intentional use of internet. So the second way of finding internship opportunities is to leverage on your network, which was what later helped me. Now, when I applied for Cranborg, because since what's the name of the first one that I mentioned? The Las Vegas pay is not impressive. I switched to Cranborg, and that was now my priority in the list of companies that I wanted to apply to. I switched to Cranborg, and for months, Cranborg did not give me a response. Then I remember that I had one man, an anonymous of Futa, who is like, who is politically influential, is stinkingly rich, and he has that wealth of influence. So I spoke with him, and instantly he called them at Cranborg. As a matter of fact, the site where I worked with Cranborg, students are not allowed on that site. But because of him, I was able to get that, what's it called? I was able to get that opportunity, and I worked on that site. So it is important that you leverage on your network, meet with your senior colleagues, ask them for placement. They will suggest placements where they did their own IT. They will suggest and they will connect you with the top officials there. Meet with your lecturers. I know a number of students in my department that my HOD give IT placements. Meet with alumni. It was later that I found out that the alumni president, the immediate past alumni president of my university, that's the Futa Alumni Association worldwide, works at Cranborg, and is not just a staff, is one of the top officials at Cranborg. Ask your colleagues in other schools. Um, the first speaker already mentioned that also. You should know that many opportunities never get advertised. When it's time to recruit, what's it called? Police. When it's time to recruit police, you see the advertisements everywhere. But when it is time for all these oil companies to recruit, they hold their information and give it out to only influential persons. So many opportunities, many quality opportunities never get advertised. You have to be the one to grab them. And the best ways to grab them is to leverage on your network with seniors, lecturers, alumni, friends. As a matter of fact, I have a senior colleague who did IT at Chevron. She did her IT at Chevron. She shared the link with me. I did the exam, but I was not selected. God knows why. Apply very early. It is very important. Apply so early. These are pre-application lessons that I'm giving you. The first speaker has said it already. I'm just trying to like buttress his stance, like I mentioned before I started. Then how do you apply properly? Proper application. Your CV must, as a student, it is important that you have a CV. You have a very comprehensive and detailed CV, not just the CV, the cover letter too. By now, I think you should know the difference between a CV and a cover letter. Your CV must be clean, detailed, comprehensive, and you must be honest with it. You should not lie in your CVs. And in your CVs, highlight your skills, not just the certificates or the awards you have gathered. Highlight the skills you have. If you don't have soft skills, if you don't have all these IT skills, if you don't have IT skills, you just have to mention the soft skills you have, the communication skills, the leadership skills, and yes, IT skills give you um, an edge over other applicants. Mention tools, software, volunteer leadership roles that um, the experiences you have gotten. Mention them too. And if you do not have experience, show your potential in your CV. Then write a proper application message. When I sent these different companies I got I'm still coming back to the IT placement thing. When I sent them mail, the content of my mail was very comprehensive. I was light with it, I was comprehensive and I was direct. So do not bore them. Write a very comprehensive mail. Let your send who you are, why you are interested in that role, what value you are ready to bring to the team, and how long you are
Yeah,
available.
go sleep.
Then follow up on your application, but follow up polite, follow up respectively. He has said everything you need to know during the IT, that you should be punctual. As a matter of fact, once you get your internship, to them over there, your behavior matters more than your knowledge. Over there, your behavior matters more than your knowledge, because your behavior is what you will use to build relationship over there. And that relationship is what can get you your first job offer. Know that you are being observed even when no one is talking to you. And they will write comments when you are about to leave. Your attitude can open doors that your CV cannot open. Be punctual, be teachable. You do not know everything. Ask questions, volunteers for tasks, and help your senior colleagues. Respect everyone, including junior staffs. Respect everyone, including junior staffs. Now, talking about network, I want to go back to that part of the network. Talking about network, even after um, I got Cranberg, and I've been working with them for over a month already. I still did not stop there. I was able to connect with the Commissioner for Infrastructures, Work, and Housing in Ondo State, and I built a very strong relationship with him because I have an existing relationship with the state government, and that was how I was able to get the connection with him. And he gave me some other placements, like with other companies that are currently working on projects in those states, Roscoe, High Tech, and a number of them, a couple of those companies. In fact, as I am in 500 level now, whenever I have breaks, I visit those companies and I have free access to learn whatever I want to learn. In conclusion, do not allow your background to limit you. Your preparation matters a lot. You don't need to know everything. Just be willing to learn. Start now. Start your application now. because by that time, the windows might be closed. A number of applications will be coming in when it is time for internship. A number of applications will be coming in, and they may want to consider some persons ahead of you. But if you apply early, the competition is reduced. Build your skills, seek opportunities, ask questions. It is important. Ask questions, prepare ahead. An internship today can become a recommendation tomorrow. It could become a job next year, and it could also become a career for but
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir. That was another highly valuable session, and I gained a lot, a lot. And I hope everyone here did too. Wow. Thank you so much, sir. So, you mentioned a lot about relationship, network. Let me say, particularly, that's what I gained. That we should have CV, yeah, and it should be well detailed. I mean, and the two people emphasized on starting early. We don't have to wait till a week to IT before we start applying, or maybe when school release the form, all of that. Say thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the great insight. You are grateful. I know you all will not believe me, but then Mr. Adegoyele Abejoye, thank you so much, sir. We actually notified him, like we reached out to him on a very short notice, and despite his busy schedule, rather, he still found time to be with us tonight. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Thank you for your presence. Thank you so much. Please, can we appreciate him one more time? Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. We appreciate your presence. Thank you so much. So yeah, moving on, we are moving on to question and answer session. So if you have actually a lot of people reached out to me that because of network glitch, they were not able to join or to hear to continue. And we are so sorry about that. You people missed a lot, but then there is a recording of every details. So we will provide that after the session. So if you have a question, please you can raise up your hand or type in the chat so that we can have them quickly. Time has gone actually. So we just take few questions. Few questions. Okay, I can see a hand up. Mr. Okay. Sorry, I cannot see the name very well. I thought I was seeing a hand up. Yeah, if you are raising up your hand, you can unmute and please ask your question.
All right. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I want to sincerely appreciate the organizer of this program, and also I appreciate the our two speakers, Mr. Lukman and Mr. Abejoye, our own former FUTASU president. Thank you very much for the impactful session. It's a very great one. So my question is, actually these two speakers have spoken well, but none of them um, talk about accommodation, like how to get accommodation or the issue of accommodation as regards IT placement. So I want to ask, if you are applying for an internship and there is actually not accommodation for it, how for they've gone ahead of us, how can we manage that kind of scenario? Yes, what can we do? Yes, what can we do? That's my question.
Okay. Let us call on Mr. Lukman Rahim to answer the questions, sir.
Okay, thank you for that beautiful question. It's part of what I'm supposed to talk of at my personal experience section, but due to time, I was unable to speak to that. Yeah, so accommodation is one of the things to consider why applying for internship. That's why I said that we have different type of internship. So you have to consider where you're staying to, uh, ways of going about it. There are some company that they will state it inside your mail, like NNPC and where I did my internship. Before, at the first stage, after they uh, ask you to submit some document, they will ask you that if eventually they offer you internship, they are not going to be giving you accommodation. That if you don't have who to stay with, don't bother sending those documents. So in that case now, you know that you are going to look for accommodation yourself. That's number one. So the second one is that there are some company, if it is not stated, it's your right to ask, but the professional, the way you communicate. One of my senior then did internship at one company in Ibadan, and he asked his boss for accommodation, and they rented an apartment close to office for him. So it's still possible. Then another thing is, overall, what I advise is that make sure that you have accommodation at where you are seeking internship. To be on the safer side, make sure you have accommodation. So that's what I will say about that.
All right, thank you so much, sir. I hope that answered your question. Any other question, please? Okay, if there is none on the call, I actually got a question here, but I think it has been answered already. But let me just still read it out if there is anything the speaker wants to add. So the question says, I want to, okay, how to apply for internship, the process, and how to make research on related company to do internship with. So, Mr. Adegoyele Abejoye, sir. Okay, I think he's no more on the call. Okay, okay. Mr. Lukman Rahim, please kindly help us with the question. But I feel it has been answered already, but is there anything else you want to add to the question?
Sorry, I don't get the question.
Okay, the question says how to apply for internship, the process, and how to make research on related company to do internship with.
Okay, so that's a very brilliant question. How to apply for internship depend on the company you are applying to, which means before you even think of how to apply, you need to know the company you are applying to. So different company with their different method. For just like for Chevron now, you have to make sure that if you are planning to apply for Chevron, you need to make sure that you have a well detailed CV, because that's the first thing to judge before they will what was it called? Before they will invite you for an aptitude test. So something like that, you know that you have to have your CP readily available. Why some company you have to write them mail. Why some company you have to reach out to them. So it depends on the company, and this is the reason why you have to have someone as a mentor. That was the reason why I mentioned while I was presenting that LinkedIn is a very good place. For instance, now I applied to a particular company then, but before I applied, I reached out to someone that have interned there in the past, and uh, this person made me know that okay, well, this particular company, this is the way they operate. So I will advise you to look for someone that have interned in that place before, so that you know the best approach to go about it.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. We are grateful. All right. I think, is there any other question before we round up? So, in the absence of none, we want to say a huge thank you to our speakers for sharing such valuable insights, and to all of us for joining us today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I believe we are all living today with clarity, with confidence, with the action points that we need to apply immediately, and then to also start early. And there's something I got from Mr. Sammy's speech that he said behavior matters more than knowledge. So yeah, also, I wanted to remind us of that. So thank you so much. We are grateful for everyone for joining. Thank you once again for being part of this session. It's been amazing having you. And trust me, there's still a lot more to do. There's still a lot more to cover. And we look forward to having you more. Thank you so much. So we've come to the end of the session. Thank you for staying to this time. Thank you so much, our speaker. We appreciate you. Thank you, sirs.